Welcome to day 7 of our Norway and Iceland cruise. In this episode, Enchanted Princess sails through some really rough weather. We try our hand at Princess Cruises Deal or No Deal. We treat ourselves to a meal at the Crown Grill. And make sure you watch to the end to find out why they really do call it the land of the midnight sun.
Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Dom.
And we are Tom and Dom Travel.
And welcome to day 7, another sea day.
Here we are, day 8. And this morning was a lazy start.
Definitely a lazy start. The night before we'd ordered some complimentary breakfast to be delivered to the room.
Yeah.
We wanted to experience what Princess had to offer for breakfast.
Yeah, so it was quite rough though through the night. So I don't know if it was our best decision we made, because I think we were both feeling a little bit queasy, weren't we? It was our first time we'd really ever felt a little bit seasick. Nothing too bad, but enough to make us think, oh, it's been quite a rough evening.
Yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. We weren't physically or violently sick. We just felt a little bit queasy.
Yeah, we weren't sick at all.
No, we weren't sick at all. But it was the first time we ever experienced any type of seasickness like that before.
Yeah.
Speaking with other passengers, they also experienced a little bit of seasickness as well. So it wasn't just us or the Princess Plus package.
Yeah, through the night, it is important to say that we were crossing the Norwegian Sea from Norway over to Iceland. Yeah. So definitely a big open stretch of ocean there. The breakfast arrived earlier than we'd asked for, so we were actually quite abruptly woken up. I don't think we were ready for them to be knocking on the door, so it was a quick get up, and it arrived with quite a selection really. We had croissant and Danish pastry. We had
tea.
Yeah, tea, coffee,
cereal. We both had a bowl of cereal.
Fruit cup, yogurt. So it was a good selection.
It was really, really good selection. The breakfast was very tasty, and we managed to eat some, but as we said, we were feeling a little bit queasy, so it wasn't perhaps the best morning to try the breakfast delivered to our stateroom.
No.
If you want to experience stateroom breakfast in your cabin, you'll have a little slip like this.
Yeah.
Tick off, write how many guests, what the stateroom you're staying in. So on your number of juices, beverages, yogurts, cold cereals, and pop the number down, and then you just basically hang it on your door, on the outside of your stateroom door before you go to bed. And obviously you tick or you say the time that you want it delivered, and you'll have it. Very easy, very straightforward, and works quite well. It's the second time we've done that on a Princess cruise.
Do say you can also do it using the app, but we find it much easier to do it using the slip there and hang it outside your stateroom before you go to bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we said before, we were feeling a little bit queasy after a rough night at sea, and it was still pretty rough this morning, so we decided to head up to deck 18 and get some fresh air. So we did about 3 or 4 laps of deck 18, and it was the jogging track. Not that we were jogging.
No.
And it was quite strange because one side of the ship the weather was quite rough, and on the other side of the ship it was very calm. So we were hitting it as we walked down one side and calm as we walked down the other.
Yeah, it was like the ship was blocking it. But it was still a very grey, foggy, drizzly day. As you can see, we both had our coats on. Yeah. Because it wasn't very pleasant, but nice bit of fresh air.
We needed the fresh air.
We did. Yeah. Seemed to shake off our queasy feeling.
Brilliant.
We then went and just had a little bit of an explore around deck 18 and 17 just to see what Enchanted Princess has to offer, and took a few clips for the ship tour that we'll be putting together soon.
Yeah, so just a couple of areas that we hadn't had a chance to visit and that we probably wouldn't visit if we weren't putting together the ship tour. So we had a little look around the kids clubs and
the photography studio,
the chapel section, the concierge lounge, all those bits.
By now it was lunchtime,
yeah.
and we wanted to sort of experience the main dining room, because you know we do prefer to dine in the main dining room, yeah, when possible. So we went down to the Capri restaurant on deck 6 just as the main dining room was opening at 12.
Yeah, it was lucky we did get there at opening, because we meant we could pretty much walk straight in, and we were given a very nice seat by the window, which is great. And the seas were calming down slightly, so we weren't feeling as bad, were we?
Definitely perked up a little bit by then.
Yeah. So to start with, well, we both had the same, didn't we? We both had the leek and potato soup.
Yeah, which was lovely. And one thing we sort of don't really, or we haven't spoken about on either of our Enchanted series or our Sky Princess series, is just how nice the bread is on the table.
Oh, you love the bread.
Honestly, really, really good bread. You tend to have 2 white rolls and 2 seeded brown rolls. And Tom's favourite is the white rolls, but the seeded bread rolls are absolutely beautiful, and it complements any soup or starter perfectly.
For mine, I had the pasta lamb ragu, and that was lovely, although it was a big portion and I probably weren't prepared to eat so much, so I should have ordered the appetiser size. But it was very tasty.
And I had a chicken and rice combo with beef, well, fried chicken rice with beef satay and a fried egg. It was a little bit different.
But a little bit different. It did have a complicated
name
that we can't remember,
but can't pronounce.
Can't pronounce, but it was basically chicken and rice.
Fried chicken rice with a fried egg and some beef satay skewers. Yeah, it was different. I ate it. It was very nice.
Yeah.
For dessert then, I had the frozen mango yogurt, which was a little bit different to the normal gelato or ice cream you tend to have on board. And it was very nice, very refreshing.
Yeah, and I had the chocolate bread and butter pudding. I wasn't so keen on it. It was a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, you said it was really stodgy, didn't you?
Yeah. So I tried a couple of bites and then didn't eat much more after that.
All in all, we were in the main dining room for about an hour and 20 minutes. The service was good. They are really, really busy, and the staff are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But we didn't necessarily rush our dinner, but we wanted to go and take part in Princess's Deal or No Deal. Now, when we were on Sky in April, we basically just went into the main theatre while Deal or No Deal was on, because you don't need to pay in order to sort of spectate and sort of watch, because it is kind of like a show.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to watch, isn't it? And we did that twice on Sky, I think, didn't we? So we thought this time, why not
take part?
And we chose to purchase 3 of the Deal or No Deal player cards, and you played with 2, I played with 1.
So for the 3 cards actually cost us $50, and it's a little bit of a promotion that they do, because I think 1 card is $25. So the more cards you buy, the higher the discount. You can purchase the cards just outside the Princess Theatre before you go into the main show, and then it's the $50 is charged to your onboard state account.
Yeah. The Deal or No Deal is presented by the cruise director. In this case, it's cruise director Aaron, and he answers the phone just like you've seen on TV to the banker, but he's also helped on stage by Fortuna Luck.
Luck.
She does often do that, doesn't she? I don't know how lucky Fortuna Luck is, and how much luck she does by going luck.
So in order, so basically everybody that purchases a Deal or No Deal game card, you've got a specific number. That number goes into sort of like a raffle, and then they just pick 2 people out at random to actually go on stage and try and win $1,000 in the Deal or No Deal format.
Yeah, so there's 2 rounds, 1 contestant per round, randomly drawn from the card numbers that you were given. So the Contestants on stage play the game as you would normally play Deal or No Deal, as everyone I'm sure has seen. However, the contestants who are sat in the audience play using that game card that you purchased, and you open the flaps of each card number depending on the box or the case in this thing that is opened on stage.
So if the value of the box matches the value that you've got for the corresponding box, it basically, you've got a match. The more matches you have with what's going on stage, the more prizes and the higher the prize value is.
Yeah.
So in order to get something, you need at least 2 matches.
Yes.
And that's like a $5 scratch card. For 3 matches, which we got, yay! We got a set of bingo tickets.
Yeah, so you get to play bingo. So once you've done a bit of gambling on Deal or No Deal, let's do some more gambling on bingo.
Somebody did win, a couple of people did win the $50 free play, but nobody got anywhere near to sort of matches and the number of matches required for a free cruise or $1,000.
Yeah, nowhere near. So,
but the poor people that were taking part on Deal or No Deal, I think one won 25 cents and the other won 50 cents.
Yeah, so it wasn't the most successful game, but it was fun to watch and fun to play along. Yeah. Because we'd won Deal or No Deal, well, we know match 3 boxes anyway, it meant that we could play bingo for free in Princess Live. So that was the next place we headed, because there was virtually no time in between Deal or No Deal and the start of bingo.
There was about half an hour between the start of bingo and the end of Deal or No Deal, and pretty much these tickets were only valid for the game, for the bingo game, half an hour later. So we quickly rushed down to Princess Live because bingo is very, very popular on pretty much every cruise ship we've ever been on. We've never taken part because we've always found it a little bit too pricey.
Yeah, it is expensive to play, so it's not a cheap game at all.
No, so we were looking forward to it, and it was a bit of fun.
Yeah,
it wasn't sort of the traditional 90 wall number bingo that you get at home in the UK.
No, it was very complicated.
Yeah, it was like the American bingo, where you have the letter of bingo and then a number, and you have to get all different shapes and patterns, so it was a little bit different. I've never played that style of bingo
and it was
before.
More complicated. And you can, if you were paying for bingo, you can actually play it on a digital device, so they will give you a tablet to play, or you can play it through your own tablet on Princess Casino.
Yeah. Or on your phone.
Or on your phone, I think, it's all available on the Medallion app.
Yeah, there's like an additional app that you can download called Ocean Play. Yeah. And you can sort of buy your cards on there, which quite a few people were doing.
Quite a few people.
Bearing in mind, we had 3 tickets for 4 games, and that's $29 worth. Some people had 4 or 5 tickets for 4 or 5 3-ticket games for so quite a cost.
But you know what I did find interesting is that the people that did win, and there is a big faff about in between games and things that we'll talk about in a minute, but the people that did win, they were asked, oh, what were you going to do with the money? And the majority of them said either play more bingo or spend it in the casino. So I guess the princess wins. So
the house always wins.
So I would have been like, I'm going to buy me something new. But now most of them were like, I'm going to spend it in the casino.
Well, each to their own. I suppose it's their holiday.
No, we did just say about that faffing about between each game and things that we had. There was I think there was more time faffing about than actually playing bingo. So first thing you did, if you got close to
if you had one number left,
so
you got close to calling,
and they played a song for every single person who was close. So and these people were dancing away. Great. Then bingo finished, and they did a dance to say bingo was finishing. So bingo going went, bingo going. Anyway, all that dance. Then when bingo, they had done that dance and bingo was finished, they then counted down from 5 to 0 to say bingo was finishing, which we already knew because they just did a dance about bingo finishing.
Yeah, it's very much with Fortuna, Luck and Princess. It's very much an entertainment activity.
Yeah,
it's not your sort of local bingo hall style type of game, is it?
No,
it's very much theatrical and all sort of bells and whistles with music and songs.
So I think if you're British and come from and played bingo in the UK, you probably think,
come on, get on with
it.
We were unsuccessful at bingo, but we enjoyed taking part. Would we do it again?
No.
Not necessarily.
Not unless we won
Yeah,
on
some
Deal
more
or No
free
Deal again.
tickets,
Also.
We played Deal or No Deal again because
Yeah.
that was really good. Don't know whether or not it's worth the $50 for 3 tickets, but it was a good game.
If you won the $1,000, you probably would say it was worth it.
True.
But majority of people probably it's not worth it if you win 25 cents like that poor lady did. So.
After bingo then, we came back to the stateroom basically to get ready for the evening's festivities because tonight we were dining in the speciality restaurant.
Crown Grill.
The Crown Grill.
So this is our second visit to Crown Grill and we actually really enjoyed it much better than the last time, didn't we?
We did, yeah. It was much... Our Sky Princess Crown Grill experience was... the food was fine. We just felt that it was a little bit rushed because we'd only managed to get a booking towards the end of the evening.
Yeah.
So we felt as if we'd been rushed. This time we had a booking for 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And pretty much we were quite relaxed and comfortable and they let us stay in there as long as we wanted.
As long as we wanted. Yeah, so much better experience. It does look like it's exactly the same video because
they sat us in the same spot.
We were sat at exactly the same seat as we were on Sky. However, we did try to be a bit more adventurous and try different food.
We did, yes.
So I had as my appetizer. Sorry, as my appetizer, I had the lobster cake.
Yeah.
Lobster cake as my starter, which was
very fishy.
Very fishy. So if you like fish, great. If, like us, we're just on the fence really with some fish dishes, it was just okay.
And I had the black tiger prawns.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were, I'm not a big prawn eater, but it was really, really nice. I'd enjoy it. I added it. I would definitely have it again.
So for the second course then, I had the grilled salad. Absolutely loved that. The dressing was beautiful, really nice.
And I went for the black and blue cheese French onion soup. And I've never had a soup like that before.
Yeah, because on the previous visit to Crown Grill, I'd had that and you wanted to give that a go, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Really, really tasty. It was so hot when it arrived on the table. When I put my spoon in, it went... really did fizzle. It was that hot. Yeah, really, really tasty. I couldn't eat it all because I think if I'd eaten it all, I wouldn't have been able to eat anything else. There was a lot of food in this French onion soup, but it was really tasty. Really enjoyed it.
Good.
And there's loads of cheese. So much cheese. It's unbelievable.
Stringy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then we had main, and this is the reason why we came to the Crown Grill again, because previously I had the filet mignon and you had the porterhouse, but this time we both had filet mignon because Dom was not happy because he thought mine was better last time. So
between the last time we were in the Crown Grill and this time, I've just been craving because that filet mignon that you had looks so good. And I'm not saying that my porterhouse wasn't nice, it was lovely, but anyway. So the only reason we went back to Crown Grill this time
because I
wanted the filet mignon, and it was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, beautiful. And we didn't get to choose our sides.
No.
Well, he did ask us what you want, but before we even had a chance to answer it, I'll just bring you a selection of everything. So
we did.
So that's what we had.
Yeah.
We had
spinach, creamed spinach, sauteed mushrooms, garlic and herb fries,
asparagus,
mashed potato with red onion.
Yeah, lots of things there. So very nice. Yeah,
mashed potato.
Don't try and do accents.
No.
Yeah, so all brilliant. And what we didn't mention right at the start, we were given a portion of their new bread. So previously we'd had these little like pinwheel rolls and things, didn't we? So they didn't have that anymore. They have this garlic and mozzarella bread now, and it's really nice. It's like a cheesy garlic bread, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Really, really tasty.
So good. We'd finished one and they just brought us another one.
Yeah.
Because it's so tasty.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Very garlicky and loads of cheese in there. So, you know, well done. Princess.
We really let our waiters guide us really what we're having this time, and
including the wine.
Including the wine. So instead of our normal Pinot Noir, the waiter recommended us to have a Cabernet Sauvignon, and that's what we had.
Yeah,
so we had a double glass of Cabernet Sauvignon, and it really complemented the meal.
Definitely. So no, all in all, well done Crown Grill, well done Princess.
Yeah.
We had a lovely experience, a much better experience this time.
Yeah. And then we finished off our meal with dessert.
Oh, of course, yes, dessert. Forgot about that.
So you're carried away with your filet mignon, weren't you?
Nice.
And for dessert, we both had the same again. It was the warm chocolate mousse
trifle.
Trifle, yeah.
It comes in that fish bowl. It's got pretty much ginger biscuits, grapefruit segments. It is spectacular.
Really chocolatey as well.
Spectacular.
Big dessert to finish off, but I think you've got to go for it, haven't you? So we did.
We did.
So yeah, fantastic experience from start to finish.
One of Crown Grill's sort of specialities is the fact that they allow you to try different salts with your steaks. They have a number of salts on offer, from Himalayan to Hawaiian black and also smoked applewood. And pretty much we just asked for a little sprinkle selection on the side of the plate, and we just dipped our steak in and just tried them all, because they're all equally delicious with slightly different flavours and tastes. Really, really good. After all that food in the Crown Grill,
it was about 9:30, wasn't it? And we thought, well, let's go for another walk outside. We wanted to make the most of the scenery. The sea was much calmer now than we had earlier, so we weren't affected by that at all. It's just so beautiful, because it just feels like it's the middle of the day, even though it's 9:30, because it's just so light outside. Yeah. So we had a little walk out on a couple of the decks.
And just to chuck in there, the fog, the drizzle, the bad weather had all gone.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful sunshine. With a few clouds, but what a difference from the morning.
Oh gosh, yeah. So once again, walked around a few of the decks, just took some time to take in the scenery, and see if we could spot a couple of whales again, didn't we?
We did.
It was
obsessed with them whales.
Well, when you've seen a few, you want to keep looking, don't you?
Yeah. So we went to Wakeview Bar, because obviously that gives some spectacular views. Sat down there, a couple of gin and tonics.
We did.
And just, you know, pretty much admired.
Just relax then after that
scenery.
Beautiful meal we had earlier.
Beautiful.
10 o'clock came then, and we headed to the Princess Theatre to see Liam Stewart.
So Liam Stewart is the pianist that plays in Crooner's Bar, and they've given him his own show.
Yeah.
For one of the in the Princess Theatre. Really talented, really, really good vocalist and pianist. I keep saying pianist. And he did
a tribute to Sir Elton John. So most people knew all the songs, didn't they? Great opportunity to sing along, and I think we enjoyed it, didn't we?
We did. He's very talented. You know, if he hasn't got his own show on, you know, make sure you go to Crooner's and listen to him.
It's definitely worth going to Crooner's to see him.
After the Princess Theatre then, we made our way to Vista Lounge for a little bit of a nightcap and just to see what was going on, really.
We just wanted to see what was happening the rest of the ship. So we walked through Princess Live, but that was Spanish karaoke, so we carried on to Vista.
And in Vista was Jamie's band, so we had a little listen, and then we decided, because, you know, it was approaching midnight and the sun was still out. Yeah,
so we headed back to our stateroom, and we sat on the balcony, didn't we, with a couple of glasses of Prosecco.
That we picked up on our way to the stateroom from the casino, because it's really good service in the casino.
Well, it's just quick because there's nobody at the bars normally, is it?
So, just a hint.
Yeah.
Go to the casino bar if you want a quick drink.
Yeah. So yeah, took those back up to the room, sat on the balcony, put our coats on, didn't we? Put our blankets over our legs and just watched the sunset, which was spectacular.
It just, you know, they say the land of the midnight sun, but it is just truly spectacular to be, you know, midnight, and it just doesn't get dark.
It doesn't get dark at all, is it? And as the hours go past and you think, is it going to get dark? No.
And then it gets then it just gets lighter.
Yeah.
So it's so good. It's such an amazing experience.
The sun just literally sets just below the horizon and then it's back up, isn't it? So
amazing experience.
So after that, we headed to bed.
Thanks for watching our day 8 sea day on the beautiful Enchanted Princess. As always, if you've got any comments or questions, just pop them in the box below.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to check us out on social media.